everyone, it's Kat of Paper, Pens, and Coffee, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I want to give a shout out to the ones that recently have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for helping me getting to my goal of 500 for the month of April. In today's video, I will be sharing with you the items that I received from the Etsy shop Frolicking Brain. I'm representing her the next couple of months, and these are some gorgeous items that I will get to use in my art journal or in my journal or even in my latest planner that I'm using. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over my freebies. And what are freebies is when you place an order using my code, and she will know that you used my code because that's how Etsy sees the order. She will put a pack of these freebies in your order. And what was really neat is that JC let us look at all of her die cuts and make a collection of what we really liked. And so I gave her lots and lots of choices, and then she took the creative initiative to narrow it down, and this is what we came up with. Now you might recognize a few of these already because this is one of my first purchases from the shop. I got these for my coffee journal. And so these are really versatile, and what's really neat is that it's on matted sticker paper, and she does all the cutting, fussy cutting for you. So all you have to do is unpeel the back of it and stick it down and enjoy it. So with my freebie, you'll receive these 2 coffee cups. You'll receive this gorgeous one of a kind of like a fancy lady going to go get her coffee croissant in the local paper. Kind of reminds me of something like if you were in Paris or somewhere. You will get this lovely one. I love all types of Asian food, and this is part of, I think, her New Year packet. And so she was so gracious to add that doll into it. This doll I couldn't not turn down. I just love the look of the hair and the color. I used to have my hair that color before I started dyeing it pink. And then this rainbow outfit. And I can imagine it being a jumper. And I want that outfit. I just love it. And she has purple lipstick on. And then when you get really close to it, I know the camera's not going to pick it up. She has some eyeshadow on that matches her outfit. You'll get 2 typewriters because I am a nostalgic person. And I have not very fond memories, but I am of the generation when you had to go to typing class and you learned to type on one of these. Centering the page, evening out the paper, everything. So you'll get that. And last but not least, I was thrilled to see this in her shop. Whoops. This is a doll that has pink hair, like what I am wearing these days. Let me see if I can get the camera just a little closer. But also, I love how she is representing us in the world that have invisible disabilities. It might be visible because she's using a cane. Sometimes I have to use a cane. I do have a leg brace because of my hypermobility. When I'm out and about, I have to use that. And so I just really like how she was representing of the diverse population. So I really appreciate that. I think I'm going to keep the camera right there because that might be the best way to see these. Now, along with my freebies, one of the things in our meeting, someone suggests is that we get a pack of someone else's freebies and see how we would use them. So I was gracious enough to get Frankie's freebies. And I forgot to mention at the very beginning, this is how all your packaging will be. She puts all the items that fit in these various size packets. And I love that because she seals them up. And so no matter how horrible the weather is outside, you know your items will stay nice and safe and not get ruined. So this is from Frankie's pack, and this is what Frankie picked. There's a couple flowers here. Let me see. I knew there was another one. It might have escaped the pile. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have some roses. She's a little nostalgic too. She chose a camera and is either an academic, loves books, collects books like I do. And the cover page, or the covers, I love the colors. It's forest green and this dusty rose pink, which goes along with the roses. Here is a light academia girl. Love this outfit. And she's holding a booklet that says Film for Her. So that one can be is universally used. And then you can pretend that she's carrying around her bag. Who doesn't love a nice leather bag? And then her field notes with a pen. Another pen. Some makeup. I'm not really into makeup anymore, but I really like the color palette she chose. Here's a plant. And last but not least, this beauty, who looks like she's ready to go to the museums in Chicago and just gather all that culture before she hits the coffee shop. So that is Frankie's. Now, what this was called was a challenge each month. And as I said before, I was allowed to pick items from her shop, or she will pick something for us. And what's really cool is when she puts your order together, in one of the envelopes, she lists down everything that you picked. So it's a running tally for her to make sure she has the order packed correctly. But she was nice enough to put this on sticker paper too. So if you're someone like me who wants to put this in a different type of journal or somewhere where I like to keep track of my orders, then you don't have to worry about just another loose piece of paper. Take the backing off and there you go. So in mine, she called it Forest and Coffee. So what we'll be seeing, or what I'll be showing you in these packaging, is light academia pink coffee, full page, light academia washi, Lunar New Year lantern on tree, full page, Lunar New Year swatch washi, Lunar New Year layered die cut, Forest Magic mushroom double, and Forest Magic green witch double. Alrighty. And before I forget, she added this little freebie, and this is part of her Patreon subscription for April, and it's called Beach Reads. And she has these darling little die cuts of women reading books at different angles, and which I think is unique compared to some other shops that have people holding books. There's different views of, like, you know, like you could put it this way and pretend you're reading over the girl's shoulder. So if you're interested in her Patreon group, I'll put that in the comments down below, and you can check it out for yourself. Okay, here's the mushroom full page, and I picked this one to fit into my A6 size, and also I can then cut it up if I want, or I can narrow it a little and laminate it and use it in my personal rings. There's a lot of different things. Or if I just need some of that dopamine of looking at something peaceful, I can just put it in my book and call it a day. Here is the green witch one. This is cool. So just like the mushroom one, I can do the same thing, or I could just do this page, or I can just do this page, you know, and then flip it over and do something else. Here is the latte cup. I was never really into pink, but this shade of pink is starting to grow on me. And I love the Lunar New Year. So here is the one with the cherry blossom tree and the lantern. Okay, we're going to go into the washi. Here's the New Year washi. And what's really cool is that she just doesn't give you little strips or wide strips and call it a day. She cuts them out. I don't know if the camera can catch it. Let me put this against something white. You can see how it's different designs. So there's that one. And then there's this one. See how the different designs. And then this color, amazingly, check this out. How cool would this be as a background for this doll? So, whoops. Don't want to get them all mixed up. Okay. And then in the strips, like I was saying, she just doesn't cut straight lines. She cuts kind of like these trapezoids, but she cuts them at different widths and lengths. So then you can, mismatch them and place them on your paper, and you don't really have to think about exactly where you want to tear it. So there's those. Another one with the flowers. This has speckles. And this one, I think you can see in the camera, it looks like the Japanese artwork of the waves. And here are two more that are like speckly. They're all in the same color group, just different backgrounds. Now, this one is real. I think this is my extra one. So let's go to this light academia strip, or washi that she calls it. And once again, these are just various things. And this one is cool. You can kind of see a typewriter. Here's pages of a book. This looks like wallpaper, splotches, some funky designs like you'd find in Alice in Wonderland. Here's some books. Here's some more. I'm just going to call this wallpaper because it reminds me of Victorian wallpaper. And then here's this green, which I can use interchangeable with the Green Witch if I want. This looks like a brown paper bag, and it goes on and on. So those are those washi strips I'll use. And here are some extras. And check this out. When I took it out of the package, I thought this was a loose piece of paper. But what she did is when she designed it, she kind of put the, helped you out by doing the layering for you. And then as you can tell, let me put this on white, you can tell it's a little ziggity-zaggity. So what's really cool about this is depending on what size your book is, you have a corner page. Or you have a bottom page, or this corner, or you can just put it right in the middle of your page and go from there. See, so you can go like that. Let's get that flower behind this girl. Oh, you don't even need that flower. Check that out. How cool, how cool does that look? Alrighty. Okay, so these are the last full pages for A6. Here it matches the plant from Frankie's freebie. Here, this one is the typewriter with some academia type of style in the back. And then this last one is a full page library. How cool is that? So once again, I can use it on both sides, or I can laminate these and make them into dividers. It's just endless of everything. So I will definitely put all of her information of her Etsy shop, my code, and her Patreon group. And thank you so much for watching this unboxing from Frolicking Brains. See you in the next one.